everyone, I'm Nandana Srijit from 10th standard. As children grow up in an increasingly technologically and scientifically advanced world, they should be scientifically literate to succeed. Science generates solutions for everyday life and help us to answer the great mysteries of the universe. In other words, science is one of the most important channels of knowledge. Science exhibitions develop a scientific spirit and curiosity in a student, which in turn forces them to think and creatively find solutions to the challenges. Students enjoy learning through such exhibitions and feel a sense of belongingness as they make models with their own hands. Now, I warmly welcome you all to the world of wonders of Mother India Public School, Astra 2K21. Here we go.
Hello everyone, I am Bhagya Subin of class 10th. Today I am in front of you to perform a science experiment. In this experiment, we are going to perform a chemical reaction. For this reaction, we need two main substances, hydrogen peroxide and potassium permanganate. The name of this experiment that we are going to perform is elephant toothpaste. Elephant's toothpaste is a foamy substance caused by the rapid decomposition of hydrogen peroxide using potassium permanganate. How rapidly the reaction proceeds will depend on the concentration of hydrogen peroxide because it requires only a small number of ingredients and makes a volcano of foam. This experiment shows the catalyzed decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide, that is H2O2, decomposes into water and oxygen gas, which is in the form of foam. In normal conditions, this reaction takes place very slowly. Therefore, a catalyst is added to speed up the reaction, which will result in rapid formation of foam. Potassium permanganate acts as a catalyst and speeds up the reaction. Now let's see the reaction. First of all, let us see the ingredients. We need potassium permanganate, hydrogen peroxide and a dishwashing liquid. In the first step, we have to pour hydrogen peroxide solution into a glass bottle. After that, we have to add dishwashing liquid into the hydrogen peroxide solution. We have to mix this well. Now we have to prepare a solution of potassium permanganate. Now add potassium permanganate solution to the hydrogen peroxide solution and enjoy the experiment. We could see a huge amount of foam releasing from the glass bottle. So this is a wonderful as well as colorful experiment. Also, we should not touch the foam because this is an exothermic reaction. That means heat is evolved in this process and hence the foam is very hot. So be cautious when you are performing this in your home. This is a simple yet interesting experiment that we can do at home. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Nandana Srijit from 10th standard. You might have heard the rhyme Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and we have seen the twinkling of stars at night. Have you ever thought why does this happen? Okay, let me explain. Twinkling of stars is due to atmospheric refraction. Refraction is the bending of light as it enters from one transparent medium to another. It takes place when there is a density change. So what's atmospheric refraction? It's the same thing happening in the atmosphere. As we all know, atmosphere has different layers and each layer has different density. So obviously refraction will take place. The starlight on entering the Earth's atmosphere undergoes a refraction continuously. The refractive index is increasing from top to bottom layers, which means the first layer will be rarer or less denser than the second layer. The second layer will be less denser than the third layer, and so on. So when light enters from rarer medium to denser medium, it will bend towards the north. So after the continuous refraction, it reaches our eyes. And if we trace back this light, we will find that the star is in another position. It's the apparent position of the star. It's higher than or above the actual position. But as you know, the physical condition of the Earth is not stationary. It keeps changing. So because of this, the refractive index will be changing, the apparent position will be changing, and also the amount of light entering our eyes will also change. So because of this, the star may sometimes appear brighter and sometimes dimmer. So this bright dim effect is the twinkling of stars. So we found that twinkling of stars is due to atmospheric refraction. So from now, when you are seeing stars in the sky, you should understand that it's not the actual position, it's the apparent position. This is higher than or above the actual position. So I hope you understood the phenomenon behind the twinkling of stars. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Respected Principal, Vice Principal, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Vivek. I am studying in 10th standard. Today I am going to show you how a speaker works. We all know what sound is. Sound is a vibration that propagates as an acoustic wave through a transmission medium such as gas, liquid or solid. Speaker is an electroacoustic transducer, that is a device which converts electrical sound currents into corresponding sound. Now let us look at the main parts of a speaker. A normal speaker contains mainly cone, test cap, spider, basket, voice coil, a magnet and the yoke. We can see all these parts in this diagram. The cone is this part which vibrates to produce sound. Spider is this, that spring-like structure, and basket, voice coil, magnet and yoke. Now let us see what's the working. In a speaker, the current from the source material enters to the voice coil. This voice coil creates an electric field which interrupts the magnetic field of this permanent magnet. And this produces a vibration to the voice coil, and the voice coil is attached to the spider and the cone gets vibrated. This makes a small disturbance in the air pressure and produces sound. Now let's see how a speaker works with a working model. I am taking a radio as the source material. And first, this is the speaker of radio. And now we can switch to my speaker. We can see this wire is connected to this radio, and electric current passes through this and to the voice coil, which creates the cone to vibrate. I hope you will understand this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shradha, student of class 7. I'm here to show my chart presentation based on forest life and then still model. Aim: protection and conservation of flora, fauna, forest and wild animals. Procedure: we need to conserve our forest and wildlife. For that, we should do certain procedures. Some of them are as follows. Afforestation. Deforestation, also referred to as degradation of forest, needs to be controlled or hopefully stopped. Fuelwood and timber should be used wisely and not wasted. Killing of wildlife should not be promoted. Control of forest fire. Proper utilization of forest resources. Hunting of wild animals should be banned. Wildlife sanctuary is best to protect endangered species. Observation. Forests contribute to ending poverty. It contributes to health life by providing clean drinking water and reducing diseases. Wildlife conservation is to protect nature, and wildlife is integral in maintaining balance in nature. Real life application. Forest is also in our daily life. We depend forests for our survival, from the air we breathe to wood we use. providing habitats for animals and livelihood for humans. Forests also offer watershed protection, prevent soil erosion, and also in climate changes. Forests keep the earth cool by reducing global warming. Inference: loss of forest resources transcends national boundaries and affects an entire planet. Wildlife conservation is necessary for suitable development. Our country also adopts various methods and policies at international level or in the line of international agreements and convention. Concept map. So let's take a quick recap. Forest life, plants and animals are dependent on each other. Food chain interconnect to form food web. Cutting down of trees to fulfill our needs is known as deforestation. Plantation of large number of trees is known as afforestation. Structure: uppermost branches of leaf of tall trees are known as canopy layer. Layer of vegetation below the canopy is known as understory layer. Receives very little amount of sunlight is known as forest floor. Importance of forest: source of wood, food, etc. Source of variety of products like medicines, rubber, dyes, etc. Reduce pollution, maintains balance of gases, prevents soil erosion, provide food and shelter to wildlife and humans. So let's see the still model. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I am Anupama Suresh, student of class 7. Even you tried a magic trick at home? No, this is a magic trick that you can easily master if you understand the concept of surface tension. So now let's look at, what is the surface tension? Yes, let's look at that. Surface tension is a property of a liquid surface displayed by its acting as if it were a stretched elastic membrane. This phenomenon can be observed in the nearly spherical shape of small drops of liquid and form bubbles. Because of this property, certain insects can stand on the water. According to this theory, cohesive force among liquid molecules are responsible for the phenomenon of surface tension. So now it's time to look at one experiment to show that surface tension acts on water. Yes, it's a very good thing. So next we can look at that. So for doing that experiment, I have taken a bowl filled with water. I have sprinkled some black pepper on it. Now I am going to dip my finger on it. See, nothing happens here. So now I am going to take some dishwasher gel in my hand. I have taken. Now I am to dip. Look that the pepper has moved away and rushes into the edge surface of the bowl. Now let's look that even it is a magic trick. Yes, let's look that. This is because the pepper floats on the top of the water due to the surface tension of water. Surface tension pulls the top of the water like a skin together so the water bulges up a bit. Surface tension is the result of the strong attraction between molecules in a liquid. Water has an unusually high surface tension compared with most other liquids because water molecules are very strongly attracted to each other. When the dishwasher gel is pulled into the water, the surface tension of the water gets ruptured and the bulged part of the water spread out. So water molecules on the surface are pulled towards the end of the bowl when the detergent keeps in contact with the water. When the surface tension of water breaks, the topmost molecules of water spread out and in the process they take the pepper particles away and thus make it look as if they are running away from our finger. So now it's time to look the day-to-day life application. Did surface tension plays any role in our day-to-day life? Let's check that. In day-to-day life application, effects of the surface tension are of the central importance in many everyday phenomena. It causes tiny small droplets to stick to your windows. You can see that you will notice that tiny small droplets are sticking to your windows. Why is it happen? This is because of the surface tension. And we have also seen that some insects can stand or walk through the water surface. Because of this is because small insects such as the water strider can walk on the water because their weight is not enough to penetrate the surface tension. Then you can carefully place a needle in water. You see that you will notice that the needle will be floating on water. This is because also this surface tension, even though it is several times as dense as water. If the surface is agitated to break up the surface tension, then the needle will quickly sink. Clinical test for jaundice also plays important role in surface tension. This is also surface tension. And water droplets are formed about this surface tension, and also their shape is also formed based on a surface tension. Hope you all understand the concept of surface tension, and this experiment you can do for more clearing of this concept. This is a magic trick that you can try. Okay, so now concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day. Stay home and stay safe.
Hi all, I am Adhistaya from 8th standard in Madandiya Public School at Kallara. As a part of science exhibition, today I am here to explain the working of kidney in human body. At first, what are kidneys? Kidneys are brown-colored bean-shaped organs present in the abdominal cavity. They remove all the waste from the blood. Main job of kidney. The main job of kidney to clean the blood and remove all waste from the blood in the form of urine. Actually, kidneys are a part of teeth. Our body have different parts that work just like a teeth. Working of kidney. The wastes are removed from the kidney in the form of urine. The urine is removed by the kidneys by a pair of tubes called ureters. It is collected and stored in the urinary bladder and is finally disposed of through urinary opening located at the end of urethra. Actually, urethra is a muscular tube. Main functions of kidney. Actually, the kidneys are waste disposal team. They change the blood pressure, they help in making red blood cells, and they also produce active vitamin D. Next, what happens if failure of kidney? We have two kidneys. If our one kidney is damaged, then the both functions of the kidney will be managed by the other kidney. If our both kidneys are damaged, then our body will fill with extra water and waste substances. Then we cannot survive. Next, why the kidneys are too important for our body? We know that removal of wastes is very essential for the normal growth and healthy growth for human beings. If our kidneys are damaged, we cannot survive. Then body will be stored with extra water and filled with extra wastes and extra water. So if we have not kidney, the removal of wastes, that process will be stored. And if the damage of kidneys happen, then we cannot survive. So this is all about kidney. Let's perform a model. So this is the model of kidney. Let's check it. So I hope you can see the water passing through these tubes, ureters. So let's check once more. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation explanation model, and you also know about the kidneys and understood about kidneys and working of kidney. So this is all about kidney. Now I am going to conclude my words. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad. I am studying 8th standard. Today I am going to show the obstacle avoidance robot which I have made. This is the robot which I have made. The working of this robot is any object comes in front of it, it will detect and goes on another path. I will show the example of how it works clearly. Okay. you can see my hand is in front of it, and it just there is my hand, and this goes on another path, another way. It's the connection diagram of my robot which I have made. Obstacle avoidance robot is designed to allow robot to navigate in unknown environment by avoiding collisions. Obstacle avoiding robot senses obstacle in the path, avoid it, and resume its running. We have made use of sensors to achieve this objective. Next, I am going to say about ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensor work by sending out a sound wave at frequency above the range of human hearing. It measures distance by using ultrasonic waves. Sends an ultrasonic wave at 40 kHz. The wave travels through air, and if there is any object in front of it, it will detect it and give the information to the sensor. This is the connection, this is the working diagram of the sensor, how it works. Transmit the sensor and wave to the object, and the object reflect it to the receiver, and the sensor get to know there is an object in front of it. Next, I am going to say the material required for making an obstacle avoiding robot are ultrasonic sensor, Arduino UNO board, motor driver shield, servo motor, gear motor, tires, battery, holder, jumper wire, switch, multi-wood pieces. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning to all. My name is Lakshmi Sumesh. As part of the science exhibition, I am going to show the 6 image formation of convex lens. So the materials required: a convex lens of focal length 20 cm, a lens holder, as an object, a candle, and a screen. First of all, when we are placing the object at infinity or very far from the lens, so the image it will form at f2. Can you see it? The image is highly diminished or point size, and it is real and inverted image. Next, when we are placing the object beyond center of curvature, so where will be the image formed? It will form between f2 and c2. The image is real and inverted, and it is diminished image. Next, when we are placing the object at center of curvature, where will be the image formed? The image it will form at C2. What are the characteristics of this image? The image formed is same size as that of the object, and it is real and inverted. Next, when we are placing the object between C1 and F1, the image it will form beyond C2. As you can see, the image is real and inverted, and it is an enlarged image. Next, when we are placing the object at F1 or the focus, where will be the image formed? The image it will form at infinity. The image is highly enlarged, and it is real and inverted. When we are placing the object between F1 and the optic center, we cannot see anything on the screen because the image formed is on the same side of the lens, and it is virtual and erect. The image formed is an enlarged image. So, out of the 6 image formations, 5 of them are real image and 1 that is a virtual image. So, what is the difference between a real image and a virtual image? A real image which we can plot on a screen, but in the case of virtual image, we cannot plot it on a screen. So, these all are the 6 image formation of convex lens. I hope you all get it.
Hello everyone, my name is Kashinath and I am studying in the 9th standard of Mother India Public School. I am here to take you all to a trip to learn about one of the organ systems found in the human body. As we know, many cells combine together to form a tissue, many tissues combine together to form an organ, many organs combine together to form an organ system, and at last, many organ systems combine together to form an actual human body. So, let us learn about one of the organ systems found in the human body, that is the urinary system. The main function of the urinary system is to filter blood and produce urine as a waste byproduct. First of all, I will show you a model of the urinary system. The urinary system consists of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. First of all, the body takes all the nutrients from the food. After taking all the components of the food which is necessary for a human to stay healthy, balance waste materials is left behind in the blood or the bowel. After that, kidney along with the urinary system helps the human body to eliminate the liquid waste called urine and maintain some of the chemical substances such as potassium, sodium and water in balance. Urea is produced by consuming protein-rich foods such as poultry, wheat, leafy vegetables, etc. After that, urea along with some of the water and waste materials moves in the bloodstreams of kidney in the form of urine. The kidney consists of tiny filtering units. What may these called? They are said to be nephrons. Nephrons are the tiny filtering units found in the kidney which helps the kidney to filter the blood and remove urea from it. Each nephron is made up of small ball-like round structures filled with small blood capillaries and tubes. After that, urea along with some of the waste materials and water forms urine which is further moved into the ureter. Now you may ask me, what is ureter? I will say ureter are the long narrow-like tubes which transport urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. The ureter expands, tightens and contracts to push urine downwards away from the kidney to the urinary bladder. If it stays still for some time, it may cause kidney infection. Each 10 to 15 seconds, a little amount of urine is emptied into the urinary bladder. Now what is urinary bladder? Urinary bladder is a hollow triangular shaped organ which stores urine. First of all, the urinary bladder expands or increases in size to store urine while tightens and contracts to remove urine from the body. The urinary bladder is attached to many ligaments and pelvic bones. Urinary bladder, a healthy adult urinary bladder can store up to 2 cups of urine from 2 to 5 hours. Amazing, right? Now I will show you some of the diagrams based on the urinary system. As I said earlier, the cells combine together to form tissues combine together to form organ combine together to form an organ system, and at last many organ systems combine together to form an actual human body. These are the diagrams based on urinary system. This is kidney. Kidney is made up of renal columns, fibrous capsule, minor calyx, major calyx, ureter, renal vein, hilum, renal cortex and renal medulla. The urinary bladder is made up of testosterone muscle, ureter, peritoneum, vagina, urethral opening, prostate gland, urethra, external urethral office, internal urethral office, fibrous connective tissue, mucosa and submucosa. Now try to remember what are nephrons. As I said earlier, nephrons are the tiny filtering units found in the kidney which helps the kidney to filter blood and produce urea. This is the diagram of nephrons. I hope my presentation was good. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi all, I am Ashtami of 9th standard. Today I am going to do a small science experiment. So let's start. The ingredients we needed are detergent, turmeric powder, half of a lemon, a glass of water, an empty bowl and some spoons. So let's start. First of all, let's pour the water into the empty bowl. Okay, that's enough. Then we need to put some turmeric powder. let's stir it. So as you all know, it gives an yellow color. Now, so next let's add some detergent to it. So see, color changes to red, reddish brown color. Okay, now let's add half of a lemon. So look, this turns into yellow color. So from this experiment we see that turmeric powder is a natural indicator. It changes its color into reddish blue with the base. That means detergent powder. So when we add lemon juice to it, it changes into its original color. So it does not change its color with acids. So that's all for today. Hope you liked it.
Hello everyone, I am Nandita BS from 6th standard. Today I am here to explain you guys more about food chain. What's a food chain? Food chain describes how energy and nutrients move through an ecosystem. At the basic level, there is a plant that produces energy up to the higher level like herbivorous. After that, carnivorous eat the herbivorous. The energy is transferred from one to another. Now let's go to my chart work. Food chain. It explains which organism eats another organism in the environment. The food chain is a linear sequence of organisms where nutrients and energy is transferred from one organism to the other. In beings, with producer organism follows the chain and ends with a decomposer organism. So this is an example of a food chain. A flower. Flower's nectar is eaten by a butterfly. Butterfly is eaten by a frog. Frog is eaten by a snake. Snake is eaten by an eagle. So which is a decomposer in this? An eagle. Now I have another example of food chain. So this is another example of food chain. A plant, a deer and a lion. A plant, a deer and a lion. So what if I cut out the plant and start a food chain with an animal? Is there any methods? Let's know about it. We cannot start a food chain with an animal because an animal cannot produce its own food, but a plant can. Thus, the food chain cannot start with an animal. Here's the end of my presentation. I hope everyone loved it. Thank you.
Hi all. Today I am here to demonstrate how the heart works. We all know that heart is a muscular organ which is protected by the ribcage. It is divided into 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called right atrium and the left atrium. The 2 lower chambers are called right ventricle and the left ventricle. The superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava carries the oxygenated blood to the right atrium. Blood flows from the right atrium to the right ventricle through the open tricuspid valve. When the ventricles are full, the tricuspid valve shuts. Blood leads from the right ventricle to the pulmonary valve and into the pulmonary artery and for oxygenation. The pulmonary veins carry the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. The left
Blood flows from the left atrium to the left ventricle through the open mitral valve. When the ventricles are full, the mitral valve shuts. Blood leaves from the left ventricle through the aortic valve to the aorta and to the bone. This is how the heart function continues. Now I will show you how the heart pumps blood to the body. Here is 3 bodies. The first represents atrium and the second represents ventricle and third glass represents the body. The wire is act like say 1. And when we pinch the wire and thus use the ventricle, we can see how the heart pumps blood, like our real heart. I chose this topic to you all know that how the heart works. Thank you.
I'm Miss Naviti, a student of class 7, is here to show an experiment. This experiment aims thermal expansion in gases. The things needed for this experiment are a metal can, a balloon, a piece of thread, boiling water and a water bath. Let's look at the method. Fix a balloon at the neck of the can with the help of a thread. Place it in a water bath containing boiling water. Let's do the experiment. We have fixed the balloon in the neck of a metal can. Next, we have to dip this in the boiling water. The balloon and inflate it a little. This shows thermal expansion in gases. Let's look at the observation. The balloon inflated bigger in size as the air inside it expands on heating. Let's look at the image too. The image before heating and after image. The balloon had inflated a little. The hot air balloon works on this application. Thus, we can conclude that air expands on heating. Thank you.
Hey all, I am Ursula Fatin from 8th standard. Today I am going to demonstrate a water conservative methods, that is rainwater harvesting. We know that water is very valuable and precious, and only 1% of the whole water content in earth is available as fresh water. So it is necessary to conserve it. Before going to my experiment, now let us look at the outlook of what is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting, the rainwater which is collected in the roofs of the houses are passed through the filtration tank through pipes. After the filtration in the filtration tank, they are passed to the storage tank. From there, we can use for our daily purposes. Next one, benefits of rainwater harvesting. First one, they are less cost. We can afford rainwater harvesting very easily. Second one, helps in reducing the water bill. Third one, decreases the demand for water. So now we discuss the process of rainwater harvesting and the benefits of rainwater harvesting. Now let's look at a model of rainwater harvesting. So the rainwater which is collected in the collection tank are passed through the pipes to the filtration tank. After the filtration in the filtration tank, they are passed through the pipes to the storage tank. So it's all about my experiment. Explore more water conservative methods and try to implement in your daily lives. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Adlakshmi RS of class 6. I am very happy to inform you that I have made an hydraulic crane as this year's science project. We all know what is an hydraulic crane. It is used in our daily life to lift heavy loads. Now let us learn more about hydraulic crane. Hydraulic crane aim to understand the working of a hydraulic crane in an easy manner. The principle is, the hydraulic crane employs the principle that any force applied to an incompressible liquid fluid will propagate through the liquid without significant loss of strength to affect whatever is on the other side. This is the principle. Now let's see the materials required. The materials required are 2 20ml syringe, a tube connector and all the table lamp frame. Now let's see the procedure. First of all, take the table lamp as the crane model. If it's not available, you can make a crane model using wooden blocks, nut and bolt. Here, syringes replace real cylinder and piston. Flexible tubes were attached to the syringes with the help of tube connector. This is the diagram. Now, let us see how my project is working. So, I will press and the fluid will pass through this and reach there and it makes it. We can see my project working. So this is how an hydraulic crane is. Now let us see what is the inference of this. It helps to understand the working of a hydraulic crane in an easy manner. We can understand how by applying pressure on an incompressible liquid, it was forced to transfer through the pipes to the other part that helps in lifting materials and weighing tons. The real-life application it is basically used for lifting and loading heavy loads. The principle of hydraulic crane is used in gas line pumps, car braking system, airplanes, vehicle repair and maintenance, elevators, barber chairs, and also it's used in office chairs. I hope you all loved my presentation and my model. Thank you and have a nice day, everybody.